Hey yo, what's good with you YouTube? It's your boy Rudy. We're back again with another video, and today we are talking about the Union Jordan 1 collaboration release on Union's website. I'm saying it like this because I'm holding back the frustration that I'm feeling, but this is going to come from the perspective of Australians who are trying to go for this sneaker. So don't get too upset, guys. I know a lot of you guys were able to get W's, but again, this is going to come from my perspective. We're dealing with this drop and all the things that we had to go through when it came to this one. So, but just before we get into that, I just want to say thank you guys so much for locking in with the channel. We're on 39 subscribers now, almost at 50. So just keep hitting that share button, the like button, comment down below how you're feeling about the content. Always open to discussions about sneakers and the things that I'm talking about in these videos, man. That's why I make these videos, to let you guys know how we're doing over here in Australia and just to build a nice sneaker community for everybody to just interact with and talk about the kind of sneaker content that I like to see and I like to make. So appreciate you guys for locking with the channel. My Black Toe Reimagined video got about 600 views, man. So mind blowing. I didn't, really ever think that 600 people would want to watch me talk about shoes, but that's so cool, man. I really appreciate that. I don't know what I did right about that, but again, man, if you guys are liking the content or if there's anything you think I can do better, just let me know, man. But yeah, man, let's get into this video about the unions and let's talk about what's going on with that. So where do I even begin, man? Like, I just want to pull my hair out. I want to throw my hands up and I just want to, oh man. Okay, so what do we know? Okay, so look, Unions, Jordan 1s, super hype. A lot of excitement for this shoe. All right, going into this, we thought that there was a lot of high stock. Okay, we're expecting that Union is dropping a first come first serve on their page. You signed up for it. We got all these emails. There's a password page up. We're expecting there's going to be a domain switch. The same thing that UnionLA did for their While You Were Sleeping collaboration with the Jordan 4s. I think they did it for the Jordan 3s as well. But if you don't know what a domain switch is, it's when, you hop on the website to purchase the shoe and then the domain switches. And this is, the domain switches takes you to another page. And this is to slow people with bots down who are trying to, check out as many pairs as they can to give regular people like you and me an opportunity to purchase the shoe. So that's what a domain switch is. So we were expecting a domain switch. Happy days. Happy days, okay? This drop, if you were in Australia, was happening at 2 o'clock in the morning, Queensland time. If you were in New South Wales or Victoria, it was happening at around 3 o'clock. If you wanted this collaboration, this was probably going to be your best opportunity to get them because, again, coming back to it, rumored to be very high stock on Union's website. It's a global release on Union's website. That means everybody in the world will be able to purchase the shoes and ship it to them. First come, first serve, beating out bots, giving regular people like you and me a shot. That is the mentality we're going into with this. Okay, so I've summarized it, guys. Let's fast forward to the actual drop. So it hits Thursday. In fact, all week, I have been very nervous. I haven't been sleeping well because I'm super excited. I want to close out my February on a W, okay? And I've got some friends who are going to help me because even though it's first come, first serve, it probably helps to have some people just, as backup to check out in case for whatever reason you're too slow or something goes wrong. So I've got a couple of my friends with me who said that they were going to stay up until 2 a.m., 3 a.m. for some of them in different states to help me out with checking out this shoe, okay? And this is going to be 2 a.m. Friday morning. So get to the day of the release, we get the emails letting us know, yo, this collaboration is going to be online. So that's cool. I head on to Twitter, start seeing some people saying it could be a raffle because for some reason, some people's emails saying that, hold up, it's going to be a raffle. Deep breath, okay? Deep breath. Raffles aren't good, man. No, raffles are terrible. You want to know why raffles are terrible? Because people with raffle bots are going to be able to clean up the stock. So raffles suck. I don't care who you are, what you say. The best opportunity for a regular person to be able to get a shoe is to line up outside the front of a shop and pray that they don't backdoor the stock, or first come, first serve on a website with a domain switch. Because if it's first come, first serve, bots are just going to put all the stock in carts. Which is why if some of you have been trying to check out stock on like Foot Locker when there's a drop and you can't do it, it's because a bot has taken that stock and put it into a cart, so you're not able to check it out. So that's an explanation as to how bots work, okay? So raffles, oh no, this is terrible news. I don't want it to be a raffle. Nobody does. I'm still actually holding on to the hope that it's probably not going to be a raffle. This is just a bait and switch on the information, okay? Because from where I'm standing, I never got that email. I got an email saying it's dropping online. Getting closer to the release time, the apparel is going to be available. The collection is going to be available to be viewed an hour before the actual sneaker drop. Okay, like I've got no experience with this because I've never been involved in a Union drop before. This is my first one. Adding to my excitement and my hype and my desire for the shoe because it's the first time I'm experiencing this. Right, some people are saying, okay, this is more indicative. The evidence is piling up for a raffle. You're able to view the apparel, and then I think the sneaker itself was going to drop an hour later. So the original time of 2 o'clock in the morning. So gets to 1 o'clock. And sure enough, the apparel is live. You can look at it if you want to. Me having had issues with Alma Manier's website in the past, I decided to, purchase one of the shirts from UnionLA. I do like the shirt. Cream is my color. I really like the shirt. So I was like, you know what, man, because Union is doing a really cool drop, I want to support them in some way. It's not just about the shoe for me. If I lived in America, I probably would have some Union pieces because I think they make really cool clothes, man, the vintage vibe. I really dig that. So, I was like, let me support Union, even though I'm going to be paying like way more than I ever needed to for the shirt because I'm sure there would be a local drop as well. But I want to make sure my card works on international checkouts and that, I just want to support them because it's a really dope shoe. It's a dope thing that they've done. And it shouldn't just be about the shoes, like business. It shouldn't just be about the shoe. They're a business. Try and support people, okay? So I managed to get the shirt, checked out, shipping to Australia, perfectly fine. Okay, now that the shoe is available to be looked at, a lot of people are reading the terms and conditions. I'm actually watching someone's live stream about the shoe, getting ready for them to cop, because, trying to get as much information about this as possible. And they're clicking the terms and conditions, and in there it says this is probably going to be a raffle. Not probably, this is going to be a raffle. And man, my heart just sinks to the floor. I'm a little bit upset, like, man, like really a raffle? There's no guarantee we're going to win. And how's this going to work? You are going to enter the raffle. And then I think they were saying by end of day sale or within 3 hours, I'm not too sure, you will be sent an email from this email address, which was listed on the website. And you'll be sent a checkout link and you'll be given the time to check out. You have to check out within 3 hours. Well, first of all, that sucks because it's 2 o'clock in the morning in Australia. So what am I supposed to do now? Just wait up for this raffle? This email that I might not even get. So that's one. Two, is there really even a chance? So, that's a bit frustrating. But my friends and I were trying to remain positive. We wait around for an hour. I already copped the shirt, so might as well try and get this raffle W. So even though it's a raffle, we're still remaining positive, okay? So we get into the raffle and fill in all the details. Be quick. We got to get in, get out. And we go to check. We got to put in the address. I'm selecting the country, and there's no Australia. They won't let me ship the shoe to Australia. There's no way I can enter this raffle because there's no Australia to select. Let me say that again so you can understand my frustration. There is no Australia. I can't ship the shoe to Australia. And apparently there was no Japan either. So what's up with that? I don't know. Look, I've calmed down a lot since then. But man, to tell you I was upset is an understatement. I really was so frustrated, I can't even begin to describe. But look, I'm just going to explain. Let me just keep it to explaining it. So there's no Australia, we couldn't ship. Some people figured out that you could inspect the element on the page and change one of the countries to Australia, and that would give you the states of Australia, so you could try and enter that way. From what I can tell, a lot of people did enter that way, and none of them hit. So it looks like Japan and Australia were completely excluded from this draw. And that led to a very disappointing Friday for myself. And like barely any sleep and a lot of frustration. And this leads me into this rant. Okay, so you allow me to purchase the apparel, ship it to Australia, but the shoe that is probably what most people really care about, I can't do it. You won't let me even try. it's not even the fact that I didn't get the shoe. It's the fact that I wasn't even given an opportunity. So I've gone into this raffle thinking this was my best opportunity. I went from first come, first serve, this should be easy, just like the Alma website, to, it's a raffle. Okay, like we might not hit, but it is what it is. This is still the best chance because apparently lots of high stock. A lot of people will be able to get this. To there's just no chance. Like, sorry guys, we're not going to give them to you. To add insult to injury, I woke up like 2 hours later, I went to sleep maybe around 4. I woke up like 2 hours later to an email from Union saying your order has been shipped. So a little scare jump, only to realize they've just shipped the shirt. I've never had an online order ship as fast as this, ever. So a lot of frustration. And man, all I can say is just why? Like, why wouldn't you make Australia and Japan a place to ship? There were so many countries, like every other country in the world, except Australia and Japan. Like, speechless, okay? Like I said, I've calmed down a lot since then, but I went through all the motions of, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to collect sneakers anymore. This is super frustrating because I thought we've moved past all of this. I thought we were in an age of sneakers where there was an equilibrium where people like myself, people who want to enjoy and wear the shoes and not make a buck of it, could pick up the shoe and wear it and enjoy it, because black toes were easy to get. The Kobe's were easy to get. I do understand the GRs, like even the Bread 85s, they were harder to get, but understandably so because they were a limited stock allocation. But they were still attainable because the resale price isn't ridiculously high. So with these unions, the anxiety that I'm feeling is still running high because looking at the resale price, it's still high. And usually what we saw the Bread 85s was it was really high and dropped closer and closer to the release. And then post-release, it dropped really, really far down. And then, it's been rising ever since. But these unions, it's holding firm at around 1.4K for my size, a size 10 on StockX and GOAT. And it doesn't look like it's going to drop because if you look at the previous unions, people have this expectation that they're going to get the same sort of value for the shoe. It's also Chicago and a Shadow collaboration together. So a lot of frustration, man. Like, not everybody wants to pay stupidly high resale prices that seem to determine whether a shoe collaboration is successful for whatever reason. This energy that is being pushed around by YouTubers, some of my favorite YouTubers, like that's, I don't want to knock anybody or anything, but like some of my favorite YouTubers and just sneaker people on Twitter and like community people they tend to judge a shoe based on its resale value. And I can never wrap my head around that. Listen, man, Jordan 1s never died. They were always fire, man. But if you release really bad colorways, what do you expect people to do, So this is a Jordan 1. People are saying it's probably going to drop below down to 300, 400 USD, which is $600 to $700, $800 AUD. And if you're going to ask me for my honest opinion, I don't see that happening. And I feel like I've come to understand that they don't want it to happen. They don't want these shoes to be attainable at a lower price because that somehow discredits them as a legitimate entry into the collection or the value, And I guess that's going to be the same thing with every collaboration. And I understand collaborations are more highly valued. I get it, like Travis Scott's and Travis Scott's probably the most notorious one, right? But you saw this with the Velvet Browns and the Medium Olives. A lot more people were able to get it because there was more stock. I don't understand why this needs to be such a limited thing. People find happiness and joy in these shoes. And before this drop, I did my research into Union and what it represents and how Chris Union and those people came up with this idea for the shoe and the concept. And I really fell in love with the vintage idea, stitching together two OG colorways. I thought it was a great collaboration, and I'm extremely frustrated, as anybody who really wanted the shoe would be, because a lot of people weren't able to get the Storm Blues. They weren't able to get the black toes. So, for them, a lot of people, this was their best chance. And in saying that, guys, look, a lot of people were able to cop this shoe. I could see a lot of W's coming through from America and other random places in the world as well. And I guess my frustration just stems from the fact that I wasn't even given the opportunity. So, you know what, man? is what it is. It looks like bots did eat up stock, but then again, maybe their orders got canceled. I saw a post, someone saying that they got canceled. So yeah, look, guys, at the end of the day, sneakers are a privilege. And I just went through all the emotions. At one point, I wanted to just burn my Union shirt on video and just be like, you know, this is my protest, blah, 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 blah. I've calmed down a lot since then, as you can tell. I'm not going to be able to get every single one. Did want to grab this one. I've got a lot of red sneakers, though. Like, I've got a lot of Chicago variations. But, man, one more wouldn't have hurt, right? At the end of the day, is what it is, man. The sun is still going to shine. You still have people who love you. Just keep it moving, man. Look, just keep it moving. But this does beg the question, is this the direction that Nike wants to go in? Are we really valuing the legitimacy of a sneaker based on its resale value? Like, why are we doing this? And this narrative just needs to stop. Can't we just go back to this thing of, if you like the shoe, just wear the shoe? I pray that upcoming GR releases are not like this and that we have a legitimate shot. Like, if every release was like the Black Toes, the Black Metallic 5s, where if you just put in the footwork and went to the store, you'd be able to get one. That's the dream, you know? Resale value, you know, it would be okay for the shoe to have resale value if it was a fair value. But I don't believe that people are looking at these sneakers and evaluating them fairly. You got to remember that people aren't getting stimulus checks anymore. We're not in COVID-19 times. People aren't at home just collecting money for free and don't know what to do with it. It just seems like this ridiculous notion and this desperation to keep things super high all the time is just draining. It's mentally draining for people who are trying to get into sneakers. And that really opens up this question of, is that why a lot of younger people aren't getting into sneakers? Because they don't want to go through the stress, the anxiety of whether they can get the shoe or not, and do they need to pay resale value, and is the value going to go up? Is it going to go down? Who knows? But that's a discussion for another time. I definitely will make a video about that and just talking about that. But the next collaboration is the Nigel Sylvester 4s, and after seeing this Union release, you can probably expect the Brick by Bricks to be anything but a brick, first of all, because people are really loving the materials, and two, to be probably just as hard as it was to grab these Unions for people in Australia. I mean, I'm sure we probably will get a local release, but that release isn't going to be fair either. It's probably going to go to a supply store, and supply store is really notoriously hard to hit on, first of all. And then sneakers is next to impossible to hit on when it comes to really hype collaborations. So I saw people talking about sneakers like it was like the safe haven. Don't worry, guys, there's still a sneakers drop. Bro, listen, man, in Australia, like, you're not hitting sneakers. Like, for the most part, when it comes to a hype collaboration, like I said, you're 1,000% not hitting on sneakers. I'm willing to bet anything you're not hitting on sneakers. So, look, man, now it just begs the question of, where is this shoe going to go? Like, coming back to just talking about the Unions, is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? No one knows. And I think the people who are saying it's going to go down, it's going to drop down under 1,000, I think are being woefully ignorant. It's no way. I don't think that the powers that be are going to allow this sneaker to drop that low. So look, man, like, you guys let me know how this drop went for you. I like I said, was not great for people who live in Australia. I don't know anyone from Japan, but yeah, even if they were able to change the inspect element, no one from Australia was able to hit, as far as I know anyway. I did see a lot of my friends and people I know who had multiple addresses over in different countries were able to hit multiple pairs. So again, that was also frustrating to see, but it is what it is, man. This is the game. You got to enjoy it. You got to play it. You got to realize that in life, sometimes you take L's, man. Yeah, man, that's the sneaker drop from Australia's perspective. Let me know. Did you guys get a W? Was it harder than you thought? In saying that, I did see a lot of people say, look, this was one of the best Union drops ever. And to that, I'm really happy for you guys, man. Like, you know, at the end of the day, it sucks I didn't even get a shot, but I'm really happy for all the people like me, the regular people that just really like this collaboration, were able to hit the shoe wherever they were, man. So good on you guys. If you weren't able to, let me know how you felt about that drop in the comment section down below, man. Again, thank you so much for locking in with the content. The Bread 85 review is coming, as you can see up there. I don't know if you can. I've already laced them up. I've tried them on, and I do have some thoughts about that shoe. Sorry it's been so delayed. I was waiting on the shipping for ages, and then I've just been so busy. But yeah, again, guys, thank you so much for locking in with the content, for liking, commenting, and even DMing me some advice and letting me know like things I can do better, man. I'm always open to having conversations about sneakers. If you couldn't tell, I love sneakers, man. I love Jordan 1s. I love the Jordan brand. I love what they represent. So Always happy to have conversations about them. Hit me up on IG, man. Sneakers down under underscore YT. That's me on Instagram. And let's connect, man. Let's chop it up. But anyway, guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Yeah, man. Also, we're on 39 subscribers, guys. We're almost at 50. Once we get to 50, I'll share my story about how I picked up the lost and founds. It's a really fun story. I really put in the footwork for that, but I think a lot of you guys might find that story interesting. So share the video, guys. Put up on your story. Share it with your friends. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comment section down below. And I hope all you guys have a blessed week. If you didn't hit on the unions, look, man, again, sneakers are a privilege. And what I've come to understand from these drops is there is always another pair, okay? There's always another pair, so don't stress. Even though I've gone through the motions, I've shared those emotions with you. That's what we should do, man. Share our frustrations. Get them off our chest. Don't hold them in, guys. Don't hold them in. Get it all out. Let it go. Move on. Remember, at the end of the day, you got the homies with you. You got people that love you. So don't stress, man. Is what it is, all right? So take care of yourself, guys. Have a good week coming up. Everybody have a blessed March. February was an expensive month for all of us, but we got through it, all right? So take care of yourselves. Have a great one. Peace.